What's up, you guys? Hey, Chaz Foster here, and it is episode number 2 of the Chaz Way podcast. Let me tell you first, let's get this part out of the way. Episode number 1 was a massive hit. I just want to thank all of you guys that jumped on YouTube and watched it, everybody that jumped on the podcast apps and checked it out, and officially, as of today, I want you guys to know that we are officially on iTunes. The podcast app on Apple actually has the Chaz Way now. So wherever you're finding this, if that's where you're at, perfect. If not, make the shift over that way. If you want to see the video version of this, just know it's always on YouTube at the Chaz Way as well. But I cannot tell you how excited I am. Not only that week number 1 went really well, massively out of my comfort zone, and I'm so excited at how great it went. But secondly, I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that we are on the podcast app means more than I can even explain to you. You know, I talked last week about my goals for 2020. One of them was to have a podcast, and I let fear get in the way, and fear did not get in the way this time, friends. It's 2021, and we're off to episode number 2, and I'm so excited. So thank you to everybody who took the time to comment and to review and to like and to share and to subscribe. I would just encourage you to do that. If you happen to be taking notes today for episode number 2, which we'll get into in just a minute, I'm going to ask you to just write a note that says review, subscribe, rate, and share, right? Comment, whatever. I would really love to have your energy, your momentum, and your involvement, right? Consumers, no. Contributors, yes. We are contributors. I believe that's what we're called to do. And I personally just really appreciate you being contributors to the Chaz Way podcast. So episode number 2, we're going to get right into it. Let me talk about the week real quick. It's been a good week. Braxton's awesome. He's got to go to the skate park a few times. He got to hang out with a friend. He's actually staying the night at a buddy's house tonight over in Ada, Oklahoma. His buddy got to stay here last night, so that was really good. They're both massively into scooters, so they're scooter kids, having an awesome time, and so I'm really excited for him and just his progression in the sport of scooter riding. He loves it, and he is very good at it, and most importantly, he's passionate about it, and I think it's so important that people have passions, whether you're 8 or 80 or 18, I think it's so important that you be passionate about some things in life and that you find the support and the encouragement around that as well. So guys, again, we're going to jump into episode number 2 right now. Happiness is a decision. So write this down if you're taking notes. If you're driving, don't take notes. Watch it later. Check it out later. Make a little mark or whatever, or set a reminder. But happiness is a decision. And so what I want to talk about today is exactly that. Now, what's important is that, well, first of all, let me just give you a quick disclaimer. Part of this may make you uncomfortable. And what I would say to you is that if this makes you uncomfortable, that is perfect. Because what that means is that you are ready to grow. And because the reason that some of these things might make you uncomfortable is because they're real life things for you. They're things that you're struggling or you're battling with, or you have, or perhaps even you know somebody that has. Okay? And just know, so my brand, the Chaz Way, right? Hashtag the Chaz Way. You can hashtag it every single time you post, whatever you want to do. We stand for 3 things, right? I stand for 3 things. I want to make sure you know that you're worthy of more than average. I want to make sure you know that I'm here to help you get a result. I'm here to bring you value, whether it's to lose weight, gain weight, make some extra money, whether it's just you need a friend, whether it's to support you in whatever you're doing, whether it's business or personal or your hobbies or whatever. Just know that I'm here to be on your side. I am team you, okay? Just know that. I really, truly want you to know that. And the third thing is that my heart is for you to know that you have an opportunity to move from ordinary to extraordinary in whatever pieces of life you want. I would be all in, okay? And the reason I bring that up is because I want you to know the core values, the 3 things that I believe that we represent. And by we, I mean but I believe that we're a team. I believe we're a family. So you hear me say we a lot. But I wanted to highlight that. And if you want to write that down, you absolutely can. Hashtag the Chaz Way, and standing for 3 different things. 3 massive things are my mission. 1 is for you to know that you're worth more than average. 2 is for you to know that I'm here to help you get results in any area I possibly can. Whether it's weight loss, muscle gain, energy, make some extra money, need a friend, need a support system, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you get the results in whatever area that looks like, even if it's just, again, needing a friend. And lastly, you have an opportunity to come from ordinary to extraordinary. And maybe you already have. And by the way, if you have, welcome to the podcast. You are in the right place. We are fully aligned. So keep that in mind. And again, as I talk through this today, there are a few things that may make you uncomfortable. And that's because they hit home, right? And so happiness is a decision. Understand this. It's so easy. It's so easy to have an average mindset. It's so easy to play it safe. It's so easy to clock in and clock out, right? The reason those things are easy is because they're safe. They're comfortable. It's easy to say that you have a little bit of water left in your cup instead of saying, I've got an abundance of water in my cup. Or, how are you? I'm okay versus I'm great. I'm all right versus I'm good, right? But the things that come out of your mouth matter so much. They really do. And I'm going to get into that. I'll dive in a little bit deeper in that in a second. But what I really want you to focus on is just take a minute to analyze the day-to-day things that you do, the routines that you have, or maybe you don't have. But what is it that you're saying or doing, and how are those things portrayed, and how are those things delivered, for lack of a better way to say it? Now, let me explain what I mean. Again, I just used some examples a moment ago, okay? But I'm going to use a few more examples. So if you believe that you are going to have a bad day, then you're going to have a bad day, right? And you might think this is weird, it's a little bit crazy, but it's not. The things that come out of your mouth matter so much. Your words are so incredibly powerful. So not only do I want you to think about where you're at with that, and if you're nailing it, you're a rock star. I'm so proud of you. You're a rock star. But if you're not nailing it, I'm going to encourage you to literally try and stop and think before you open your mouth. I do this all the time because the truth is I fail at this. I'm speaking, anything that comes out of my mouth, anything that I talk about on these podcasts is going to be because there's something relatable that I have been through or am going through or have struggled with or am struggling with, right? Because again, the goal is for us all to be better. I'm going to fail forward every single day. And that's what I want to do. And that's what we're going to do together because we are a family and we are going to grow and we are going to make massive, like I talked about last week, whether it's episode 1, 2, 20, or 50. I know that at the end of this, that we're all going to be stronger. We're going to grow through each season and each episode of this podcast. And that's my heart behind it. So I just want you to think about the things that come out of your mouth. Now, we don't need to spend any more time on that because you know if you're negative or you're positive, if you're frumpy and sad all the time, or if you're happy. But here's where I'm going to get real with you. First of all, let me say this. God's plans are way, way, way further in advance than we could ever even fathom. And I believe that our plans, the plans for us, are done and created well in advance of anything we can fathom as well. What I believe also is that we get to be responsible for macro decisions. Macro decisions. Little things each day, each moment of each day, the things that come out of our mouth, the choices we make, the disciplines we do or do not have, right? The activity we choose to live in or not live in, we get to make those little macro decisions. And that's a lot of weight to carry. That's a lot of pressure. So why not do it our best? Why not do the best we possibly can? Because again, words are so powerful and important. And decision, that's probably a whole nother topic, but I guess where I'm going with this is like God's plans are it's done. Like the plan's there for us. I believe, and this is totally my belief. And if it's not yours, no problem. I totally respect you. That's just where I'm at with it. What I really want you to get out of this is that whatever direction you aim at, what did they say? I think it's in the Bible. As a man thinketh, it shall become. I think that's in the Bible. Maybe I should look that up. I don't know for sure, but I know that I believe I've heard that or something like it. Comment and let me know if there's a different variation there, or I'm saying it wrong, or where it comes from, right? But what I just, it's so important. And here's why I bring this up. Let me be transparent. A few years ago, I don't think I've ever been a pessimistic person. I don't think I've lived my life grouchy, cranky, or negative. I have been very judgmental. I've gotten a lot better with my judgment, but if I'm being honest, I have struggled with judgment over the years. I still struggle. Again, much better than I've been in the past. I've worked in an environment where I definitely let things bother me that shouldn't have. Way too much. I, about 8 years ago, got way more serious about church, and I really paid more attention to the community of church, just living a little bit more of a godly type life. And I say that I'm nervous to say that, because don't mistake that for Don't mistake that statement and think that I think or that I have lived this perfect life or this great, godly life. It's not that. It's that my desires have been to live a better, cleaner, happier, healthier life. That's probably the best way to explain it. And that was about 8 years ago. And I would say that probably that was where the shift happened, that you probably heard my words come out on more on a positive note. Again, I don't believe I've ever been the guy that's like, oh, I'm horrible. I don't think that's how I've been. But I think I've been average. I think I've been like, I'm okay, right? Oh, I'm sore. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm whatever. I mean, I think I was that. And then it got better and stronger. And then I found personal development when I moved into the network marketing space. And then that gave me a massive shift because I truly believe in manifestation. I'm going to get weird on you, but I believe that as you grow and as you learn the things that come out of your mouth, just like I said, I think that so those things happen. I think if you're going to say you're going to have a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. I think if you wake up and say, I'm just feeling sad. Well, guess what? By God, you're going to feel sad all day long. But I also believe this. I also believe that if you wake up and you feel happy, you're going to be happy. I feel like if you wake up and you don't feel happy and you remind yourself the reasons you can be happy, you're going to be happy. I think if you wake up and live your best life, you're going to have a better day, right? I believe that strongly. I think if you wake up feeling love, you're going to live and you're going to represent love. I think if it's joy, I think you're going to have joy and you're going to bring joy. For me, and I talked about this again, I like to start my day every single day with gratitude and prayer. Gratitude straight into prayer. Gratitude straight into prayer. And I'm going to tell you this. I think that sets up my day every single day. I really do. Now, are there times where I haven't had enough sleep and I'm a little more tired? I'm not as positive. I'm not as happy, as excited. Absolutely. My goal every single day is to live a happier, healthier, more positive life. And so I hope that resonates with you. Remember the macro goals, the macro decisions, the words that come out of your mouth. Just remember the power that they have. And think about, think about how you impact other people by the things that do come out of your mouth. I said there's power in your words. I believe there's power in that, in the sense of, the things you do, you become, or the things you speak, you become, or the things you think, you become. But let's flip it for a minute. What if I said to you, like, hey, what's up, you guys? It's a crappy day. I'm telling you what, it's been cloudy all day. I'm so annoyed. Like, the sun hasn't come out, and I ate horrible this morning. And I mean, first of all, I'm gonna put you in a downer mood. Second of all, I'm definitely not speaking anything positive, happy, loving, caring, uplifting, right? But what does that do to you? Like, that's a downer. It's a downer. So you could say, like, I like to keep it real. Like, I'm not gonna be positive if I'm not positive. Okay, I get it, and I appreciate you wanting to be real, but I also appreciate you showing up at a higher level and living on higher, happier, healthier vibrations and frequencies and energy, and protecting positive, happy energy. Because here's the deal, like, you rub off on other people. I'm telling you, I got some people in my life, sometimes they're going through some ups and downs of the roller coaster, and I'm here to support them. But by golly, I tell you what, it's hard. It's hard to stay super positive when they come at you with negative or all the things that are wrong. Because I'm telling you, even when things are wrong and bad and sad and unhappy, and I still believe you can find some positivity. And here's the deal. Here's what I'll say. If you're having the worst day ever, if you'll take a second to think of a couple of positive, happy, healthy things, it's going to brighten your day. Even the worst day. It really, truly is. I really believe that. And so I just encourage you to think on that. I really encourage you to think on that. I hope that helps you a little bit. Happiness is a decision. It's so important to think, speak, do, and become the greatest version of yourself possible. I'm excited for this upcoming week. It's going to be great. I think that the weather is going to warm up a little bit. I know that in Texas today, it's Sunday, as the day I'm recording this, and I know that they're getting snow in Texas. And one of my friends was like, "Well, it's coming your way," and I'm like, "Well, can you ask it to divert a different direction?" Let's be honest. Texas and Oklahoma snow isn't like massive snow, right? It may be a couple inches or something like that, or maybe a dusting. I don't really know, but it's still a pain, right? Because we're not used to that. Like, we're not in the north where like you get feet of snow. And so it just kind of throws the world for a kink. We had snow last week. I guess it was maybe the week before, the week of New Year's. Anyways, it was we had, I think there was 5 or 6 inches up in Oklahoma City, and it was like it shut the world down, you guys. It was crazy. So let me tell you this: next week I am heading out to Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm going to spend the weekend at Anna's. And so the exciting part is I get to see Anna. The other exciting part is Braxton gets to go. I'm hoping he gets to bring a friend, and we're going to hit some skate parks out there because it's going to be warm and beautiful, or at least it's going to be beautiful. And Braxton can put lots of layers on, right? But hopefully he can bring his friend. We'll hit some skate parks. We'll do some fun touristy stuff. I absolutely love Little Rock, Arkansas. Love. And of course I love to be there where Anna's at. But, okay, I haven't told her this yet, but I am going to get her on the podcast next week. So I don't know what we're going to talk about yet. I'm going to pray over it and we'll decide. But I definitely am going to get Anna to record the podcast with me. So next week, Anna will be the guest. And spoiler alert for you, and I guess massive spoiler alert for her when she hears this and goes, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going to be on the podcast. So that's what's going to happen. That's next week. It is, again, going to be a wonderful week. We'll head out there Thursday. We'll stay for several days, 3 or 4 days. I want to do some recording with her. I want to do the podcast with her. I wanted to go adventure around a little bit with her. I really want to go to Big Orange. It's like one of my favorite restaurants to go to. And so I want to go there and grab like some sweet potato fries. And I used to get the Garden Burger when I was eating like vegetarian, but I think I'm just going to get a regular burger and it's going to be so good. And yeah, that's the plan. So in case you were curious what I'm going to eat next weekend in Arkansas, that's what I'm going to have. And they have bomb salads with this ginger dressing. Okay, I got to go. I literally want to go there right now. But I'll be there Thursday night. So anyways, have an awesome week. God loves you so much. Remember this, you're created with purpose, on purpose. I believe God's plans for you are way bigger than average, right? Extraordinary opportunities for you. If I can be here to bring any value to you, to anything I can do for you, please know that I'm here in whatever capacity I'm supposed to be. I don't know, but I'm here for you. I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, rate, and review. Like, subscribe, rate, and review. And if you can share this with your friends, your family, your boss, your coworkers, whatever, just know that I would be so honored if you do that, because if we could spread the word, that would be awesome. It's episode number 2. Again, happiness is a decision. That was our topic today. Thanks for being on. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys, and I'll hear from you guys. You guys will hear from me, rather, next week. You can reach out to me anytime, thechazway@gmail.com. I think you can actually just comment here on the podcast as well. I'll certainly check those comments and get back to you. Of course, you can reach me on any social media as well. I'm here for you. So God loves you so much. Have a great rest of your day wherever you find this in the week. I hope your week is fabulous, and I will talk to you guys soon. Again, episode number 2 of the Chazway podcast. See you guys.